Sucks. Sucks. But it's what it is. So anyway, let's keep going. Give that one more shot. One more shot. We can do it. We can Shadowrun. Unfortunately, the Matrix is a huge RNG roadblock. I tried to get as early in the game as possible. Because of that, only get it through and complete about half of them. It seems to stymie me about half the time, unfortunately. All right. You know what time it is. It is greenhouse o'clock. So we're going to pay this man money. He's going to get us killed for the trouble. And we're going to discover we just wind up at the hospital whenever we die. Which is amazing. So we're going to go over here. We're going to hire the Rickster. And I want to have him cast invisibility and walk right out of here to the store. We're going to sell all the stuff. And we're going to have him walk up here. Go to Council Island, and then we're going to hire Walking Bear, the shaman. We are a shaman. Ricky is a shaman. Walking Bear is a shaman. It is trimanic. We're going to sell everything Walking Bear owns. We do not want any... Oh, come on. I don't know how I screwed that up, but I did. And we're going to walk over to Radio Shack, and we're going to buy some floppy disks. Extra floppy. Then we're going to turn invisible, because we're cowards, and we're going to walk right out of the mall. Then we're going to go to the Snooty Elf Bar, filled with Snooty Elves. Talk with Caleb Brightmore. Bop out of here, go to town, walk down the street, and we're going on to Matchstick. We're going to hang out there, and that is where Walking Bear will be spending the rest of her days. Because we want no more part of her. So I'm going to walk here, walk over there, steal Walking Bear's bullets, and fire her. Because we're getting Rihanna Fast Pants. Let's go, Quick Walker. Speed Boots. She just makes like whoosh noises as she walks down the street. She has a sweet aerodynamic mohawk. I think if that thing was sideways, she might take flight. Functions like a spoiler. Okay, so are we gonna do it? This is the question. Well, that's a quick nope. See if I can get into. We can still get a good matrix time even with one failure. Come on, Matrix. We are Pepsi Man. We are Pepsi Strong. No Fanta. Ugh, rejected. Rejected again, just like Tinder. And OkCupid. Oh no! Farmers only! Let's go again.
Accepted.
Boop, boop. This is a better one. This is a good one. This is a good one. This is a good one. If we got in this one first try, it would have been like better. Just saying, game. Just saying. We gotta get into the spoo. Can we get to the spoo? Oh no, not the Match.com. Not even Craigslist Personals. Oh god, no. I don't even know what Grindr is. Alright. Anyway, we're going to use the first glitch in the game that we're really doing here. Double retreat. We're going to retreat once and then we're going to retreat again. You shouldn't be able to do this, but the game's like, yeah, sure. Whatever. So, and we're going to use that to advance one tile further than we really should be able to go. The CPU is the central processing unit. It's like the toughest thing in here to crack into, usually, in most systems. And so we want no part of that. We're going to go right to the data store behind it, and we're going to Palpatine. We're going to lightning storm our face off. We're going full-on Sith, because we think in absolutes. We either get the amount of money that we need to win the game, or we do not. Shuriken. Baton. Lightnings. Lightning. Yeah. Great. Anyway, come on. We need some datas. We need to steal all this credit card information in order to sell it. 1 for 60. We can only hold 5 files. 2 for 90. 110. 3. Come on, come on, come on. Alright. I'm just leaving. I got 4. I got 4. This is still a speed run, even though if this would have been so much better if I had gotten this as the first system instead of the third. Unfortunately, that just takes time. But I have a 8-minute roundabout shutdown period. If I'm not done in like 8 minutes, it's too slow and I'm just resetting. But I finished the Matrix in like 8:05, 8:10, you know. That's fine, and we get enough money to win the game. Boom, it was actually the first 2 files too, which meant that we could have just stopped after we got 2 and then just left and it would have saved some time, but you never really know. You're hoping for 5 files, but at some point, if I'm at 4 and relatively high on data size, I'm just going. Because orange data stores will usually, even if you have 4 that are decently sized, and there were 3 big ones and 2 small ones in that particular set, or 3 big ones and 1 small one, will usually give you enough money to win the game. And it is basically binary. Yes, no. Do you have the monies? Yes, no. Boom. Boom. Anyway, we're going to walk over here, find the last surviving member of my brother's Shadowrun team. I know that might sound like a broken refrain, but this time for realsies, since we got the last one killed, this time for surezies, it's the last surviving member of my brother's Shadowrun team. Let's not mention anything about Tabithus. He might get upset. But he's super banged up. He needs a doc. He needs a medic. He needs health insurance bad. All of the Obamacares in the world will not save him. What he's going to need is an evac from a hospital and a prototype Cyberheart. We'll get right on that. First, we're going to go for a walk through a cave, because when you think Shadowrun, and I know you think about Shadowrun all the time, like I do, you think of spelunking. I mean, usually when I'm in a cave, I play Shadowrun. And usually when I'm playing Shadowrun, I want to involve as many cave mazes as possible. As a GM, I've GM'd Shadowrun many times. I am always thinking, this is good, but is there a way to put a cave maze into this? You know, that I know... Okay, that's going to save a bit of time. Would have been better if we got in that event earlier, but hey. That's definitely gonna make up for... That will save 45 seconds, 30 seconds, probably. I'm guessing that saved about 30 seconds. From the position that I was in. It's a bit difficult to say exactly. Because I got to skip to the end of the forest sequence. I was already most of the way through the forest sequence, so it wasn't like a huge time save. If I'd gotten that right when I wanted it, ideally, it would have saved like minutes. Didn't quite get that. But that makes up for a lot of the somewhat shabby Matrix time. Like, my Matrix time was not bad. It was worth continuing the game on. Whoa. What the hell just happened there? That was totally... Oh, man. This never happened. This never happened. Just got out of my sight, man. I don't know what the hell happened with that. I know it's my fault. Like, that wasn't the game being dumb. That was me being dumb. But I hit a wrong button and got into the clip thing, and then my whole muscle memory got thrown off. That's the problem with me. I'm really stupid and kind of silly. And so, like, I got muscle memory, and I know exactly what I'm doing. And then the second I get off of that, like if I hit one wrong input, or an input gets eaten, or it doesn't go through or something, it takes me like way too long to rectify that, and I start doing like the wrong thing, but like it's the right button sequence, but not anymore, you know. Oh, come on, man. I knew that was a mistake, and the reason for that is I do know that sometimes if you go into the casting animation there, you can get shoved right back into the elevator. I've actually done that before, and so I have a mental note to never cast right next to an elevator, and I did it anyway because I was like, nah, it'll be fine. No, it wasn't fine. Got stuck in the elevator sequence. Oops. It was also kind of an unnecessary cast, too. I should have just gone for it. Anyway. We're going to bop through here. We get the prototype Cyberheart. We're going to turn that into the hospital in a jiff. But first off, we're going up to the 5th floor, and we're going to walk right past the security camera and cross our fingers. If you are watching this, try to cross your fingers. Pray to RNGesus. Do whatever fits into your personal, spiritual, philosophical beliefs. We get it. I probably didn't need to cast invisibility there. It's actually kind of questionable because I've never gotten a random encounter. Oops, that was a mistake. Not a bad one though. Alright, great. It's a speed run. Oh, I got to turn into heart. not healing myself up, though. Anyway, we get Stark. Stark is good. Stark has been hearted. He has been given heart. And has... and he went to the heart chamber. He's ready for beating. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, we get Stark, who is also Brilliant Protector. He's not too OP if you get him where you're kind of meant to get him in the speedrun. But for us, he is. Because we haven't leveled up at all. And he has. So he's like a mid-range character that you can hire. Far stronger than any of the base level characters that you can pick up. But he's not like completely maxed out OP. He's just kind of like mid-range, you know, for where you would normally be in terms of Karma, playing the game casually, doing this stuff, figuring out how to get him. But because you can get him so early into the game, he's kind of OP for me. Alright, but we get him. We turn in the picnic basket of dandelions to the elf lady. We get ambushed by Wendigos, but it's fine. Because we got Stark now. If we didn't have Stark, bad news, but now we have Burly Protector. And we let David Owlfeather know that we liberated his brother from Mitsuhama. He tells us we can go talk with the Shaman Council Island. So we're going to go right to that. And we're going to remember to buy a passport when we're done. Unlike last time, something forgot to buy a passport, something. It's not my fault. It should be a visa. But they call it a passport. Like, passports are given by your home country, right? And then the visa is to go to the other country. Like, I'm totally confused by this whole bureaucracy. Anyway, Spirit Eyes is like, hey, I got fetch quests. I got a lot of fetch quests. I sit here all day thinking of nothing but fetch quests. Would you like a fetch quest? The first one is to get a gargoyle horn. I'm like, why? And he's like, I'm not telling you. And it's really annoying. That was dumb. I shouldn't have done that. No, I should have killed him. I shouldn't have gone for the gun or whatever he was carrying. It's not worth it. Not worth the time loss. Just be cool. Like a cool little Fonzie. Walk over here and sell everything to Stark owns. I think we're good. Oh. I think I got that right. I think I didn't. Yeah, we're about 15 seconds behind where I want to be walking into this. And there have been numerous mistakes that I made. Most of the real goofs haven't been too bad, just like minor memory issues and things like that. Most of it was really just a little bit slower in the Matrix than I would have liked to have been. I did get an event that saved me quite a bit of time that got that back. But I was close to a minute behind where in a perfect setting, you know, where I would be. So to only be 15 seconds behind, well, I guess I'm not 15 seconds behind perfect. I'm 15 seconds behind, you know, arbitrary benchmark. You know, there we go. Okay. And there have been a few mistakes with menuing, and there have been a few things where I like walked out of my way to pick up an item from a guy that I technically don't need, so it's dumb. So why'd I do that? I don't know. I'm dumb. Anyway, we do get a gargoyle reasonably fast, so that's good. If we can get a good Hellhound spawn time, this could be a very good time. That's what we're hoping for. Because we're going to go back to Captain Fetch Quest, and he's going to be like, Great. Thanks for doing that thing and getting the completely worthless gargoyle horn. Now go get a hellhound pelt. And really, like, what I think is happening here is he doesn't actually want to do the spell to help us. And so he's just, like, coming up with, like, random crap for us to do that isn't actually needed or useful. But, like, you know, he's like, you actually got the gargoyle horn? Oh my god, I never thought I'd see you again. Like, well, go get a hellhound pelt. Go get, you know, go get a hacky sack owned by a left-handed man named Sherman. You know, he's just inventing things to get us to go away. But we're that annoying, and we just keep coming back with whatever arbitrary piece of junk he told us to get. Joshua's dead, which isn't really a problem necessarily, but if I walk through the door, it'll take me to the hospital. So I can't leave the zone with him dead. He can be as dead as he wants to be during fights. He's basically worthless. I do have your armor on, right? Yeah, he's even got armor on and he's dead. But, neg on that, chum, sorry. Oh, well. If I had a bucket of money, what I did realize today, I made a routing improvement. I don't have a bucket of money, by the way. But if I do get one of those matrix data halls where you got like a bajillion dollars, I should just take that event right now. Go to Cinch Rock. Get the Eileen Two Fists quest and pay for the ride back to the highway and come right back here. I'm gonna. It's kind of an awkward situation. I do like having Joshua alive because he gets in the way of the enemies and they kill him instead of me. And they'll aggro on him a lot of the time, which makes this quite a bit easier. So we're having kind of an awkward hellhound time. This is unfortunately the last major RNG section of this game. There we go. Nice. Joshua doesn't even die and everything. Great. Joshua's dead again. Right. And we're going to get a message from him by turning in his Hellhound pelt to go get the Scale of a Dragon. Or the Feather of a Dragon. I can't remember. It's one of the two. And I always burn past the text so fast I never actually get to read it again. I haven't read through anything in this game in like years. I believe it is a scale, but it could be a feather. I gotta go do that. But it's like a pain in the butt because it's like, where do you find the dragon scale? And it's gotta be given. And you know. And it's like, okay, at this point, I know he's just making this up. Like, he doesn't need any of this stuff. He is just coming up with, like, ridiculous things that nobody would ever do. But we're gonna do them. Because whether or not he needs them for the magical ritual, if we just bother him enough, you know, this is how it works with bureaucracy. If you just keep coming, eventually they will give you that license to run your mobile taco truck. You know, you just got to keep showing up and being like, no, I want to make tacos. I'm good at making tacos. And I have a truck. And I'd like to use my truck to make tacos. And if you just keep doing that, eventually you will get your food service license. Which is what we're going to do right now. Because, as you know, according to many ancient legends, food service licenses are usually found in caves. That and Ebola. Anyway, we're going to walk through the cave maze. We're going to walk over to the Snooty Elves. We're not going to take the ride back to the highway because that's dumb, and I've never done that, ever. And if anyone tells you I have, they're lying. It's actually really easy to accidentally take an extra ride back to the highway here. All you have to do is hit A one too many times, and it's super embarrassing if it were to happen to me, but it never has, ever. There's no video. Right? So I take that menu extra slow because of the potential for, like, goof. Would have been really nice to get that event too. Sure. To go to Cinch Rock right there, but we didn't get it. That's fine. You can't force it. You can't make stop trying to make Cinch Rock happen, Stark. Anyway, we're gonna bop through this cave, find that Thai soccer team. We're pretty sure it's around here somewhere. Why they were playing soccer in a cave, I don't know. But it's just one of the mysteries of soccer. You know, why do people play soccer? Why do people watch soccer? Why do Europeans constantly call soccer football? It's strange. Well, we do find a cave squad. This is A-Run Raku Strike Team. They're not very good at their jobs, though. They weren't given, like, real guns with actual bullets. They just kind of make gun noises and go pow-pow at me. Fortunately, it doesn't do anything. We do liberate the dragon, which is good. So I am going to fire Stark. I'm going to take off my armor. I'm going to load up these frag grenades I'm carrying around. And I'm going to go boom. Boom o'clock. And blow myself straight to the hospital. Because that's what happens when you blow yourself up with grenades in the cave. I don't know how I got to the hospital, but I did. Well, Doc Wagon. Okay, I actually do know how I got to the hospital. But how Doc Wagon found me in a cave, I'm not sure. But they did. It's the important thing. And now I'm going to go and talk to Starky Pants. Because we're going to boom, boom, boom our way through the ending bit of this game super fast. We're more than halfway through. It's a speed run. And we're on a decent time overall. I'm happy with this. I'm content. Damn. Damn. Anyway, we're going to go to the garden. Go to the greenhouse. We're still not going to buy those plants because, seriously, we had snow like 1 week ago or something. It was crazy. And I was like, okay, I'm not buying flowers for a while because it's terrifying. And I know if I buy flowers, it'll just be like an ice storm somehow in July, and it'll be terrible. So we're going to wait. We're going to spawn Eileen Two-Fists on the map by knowing where she isn't talking to them. They expect you to walk into the prison next, but we're not doing that. We're just going to go over here, and then we're going to rehire Ricky, because I think I have enough money for that. If I mentally mathed it incorrectly, it's bad. And we're going to liberate her, Eileen Two-Fists, from the prison of alcohol abuse, and it's time for a karma check. 14. I was right. I thought if I killed enough civilians, I would be at 14 karma. I am so happy right now. I knew killing people would pay off. Boris to Rat's Nest. Sure, that's a little bit out of the way, but we'll take it. You can troll for better ones, but I have not. I don't. You're really hoping for like a really fast one, like Jump House to Jackal's Lantern. It takes like no time at all. This one you gotta walk a little bit across the map. Somewhat unfortunate, inefficient. Part of the RNG stuff. Get wrecked, nerd. But it is what it is. Now, if I have mathed correctly, I should be at enough karma to begin the third track of the quest as soon as I talk to Captain Fetch Quest and find out the name of Bad Doggo. If you are keeping track at home, the name of Bad Doggo is Gretel. Gretel. I don't know why they call it Thawne here, but it's Gretel. So we're going to talk with this guy. He's going to let us know the name of our enemy is Thawne, and we're going to be like, that is disgusting. I don't know people that wear thawns. I don't like thawns. I personally think they're kind of weird. And like, while I'm totally cool that people are very comfortable with their bodies and, you know, don't want to judge, like, I personally do not want one of those on me or in my presence. You know, you can say that makes me a bad person, but it's true. I just don't like that much, you know, thon. Anyway, we have 18 karma. We've improved our reputation. Our credit score has gone up considerably. And because of that, we're going to be able to walk into this club, do a quick check, because I knew it. I knew it. I knew there was something I was forgetting to do. I was right. It was Ricky. He didn't have his armor on because we got past the video camera. That was a pretty good fight. You can do that with the claws too. He's got Wolverine claws. I personally don't think it's worthwhile because while the fight itself can be potentially slightly faster, I haven't noticed it being faster with any real regularity, and it takes time to mess around with his equipment. So I'm like, why am I doing this? Like, it would make sense if I was a bit more stingy with switching around clips, and I do tend to steal everybody's clips when I fire them. That does take time. Not much, but it does take time. And I could understand somebody saying, like, well, you spend too much time in the menu taking their clips. It's 1 second faster if you don't do it. And it is a speed run, and that second does count. So I could understand that, but I think you're going to lose that time in, like, switching between claws and shotgun claws, and claws that are made of shotguns that are sharpened but don't actually shoot shotgun pellets. And since we've gone murder hobo, we are completely compelled to buy a contact from that guy. We're gonna walk over here. Ricky's at full health somehow, which is like amazing. Talk to this guy. Get another contact. You can actually soft lock in that conversation tree. He literally will not let you leave until you have purchased something. So if you don't have any money, you're just like trapped in all eternity with the telephone salesman who will not let you off the phone. You can't even hang up on him. We're on a pretty good pace. So we're gonna go break into Renraku. We're gonna do that super fast. First, we are gonna go shopping. Shop-erino. I'm gonna turn invisible because there's some seriously nasty events here, and I am well past the point where I want random events in my life or my video games. So 1, 2. That is all we can afford, unfortunately. So we are gonna be. We should have enough healing to win the game. But what? Game, please. What? Oh my god, that was terrible. I don't know what happened there, but the game like froze for a second. It's something to do with my my computer. It like stopped focusing on. Oh, you know, it's probably the touchscreen acting weird. Like I have a touchscreen computer, and sometimes the computer's just like absolutely convinced that I touched part of the screen that I didn't, and it'll like refocus on something else. Like, oh, you wanna go on here? I'm like, no, kind of speed running a video game right now, and that was a multiple second time loss. Ooh, that was a. Oh, come on. whatever. Also a time loss, but not a huge one, because I'm going to fight my way out of here anyway. And we get the glitch. This is actually one of my favorite glitches, so it's fun if nothing else. If you have the alarm off and then you set off the alarm, it cancels the alarm. That was kind of derpy, but we got through it. And it's all because I'm invisible the wrong person. What I should have done is switch over to the invisible person and just have them walk. It would have been fine. But there's a problem with that, which is which caused me to become confused and act stupidly, because that's my plan, right? I'm like, hey, if I ever accidentally invisible the wrong person, I just switch to the invisible person in that section because you're fine. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Who's the invisible person? I don't know. I don't know, because both Joshua and Stark are wearing the same clothing, and I don't know who to switch over to. And it's like super embarrassing, and I don't know what to do. You can tell from their shoes, but I didn't have time for that. So I just went with Ricky, and he screwed it up. It's okay. It's okay. Because even though I'm a dork, we're still going to finish in a pretty good time, despite the failures. And that means that whatever time this ends up being, I can do better. And to be honest, the RNG for this section, well, not bad. Really cannot complain about a 2-try. I think it was like a 2-try matrix, and I got the event to go to Sintrock. Although it wasn't like huge time save, it was still a time save. You know, can't complain. And the second try gargoyles, second or third try hellhounds, you know, like not bad overall. And really good luck with those fights that we just had. That was unusually aberrantly good. I must have rolled really well. Anyway, we're into the end boss. We'll see how long this takes. This fight can potentially go relatively quickly. So I'm hoping for good luck, and I'm hoping for good rolls. D6s away. D6s away, my friends. Oh, man. Come on. Woo! Come on, come on, come on, come on. I don't know. I don't know. I think... I don't know. I don't know if that's the record. It might be the record, and it may not be the record. I'm going to have to go through and check the video, like frame by frame, because I start my timer a little bit early. Not that early, but you know, it's usually a few seconds off. And then the closing frame is right when the dragon's dialogue opens, and I know I stopped it a few seconds late. So it's either the record or like very close to the record. And that wasn't even perfect luck. Like that can be done faster. But there's a lot of RNG that goes in with the animal spawns and everything else that would just save time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your thoughts and prayers to RNGesus. Maybe you might have just seen a world record. I do not know. I tell you what, I got your name here. If it was the record, I'll send you a PM on Twitch and let you know. Because I know you're watching this, and I think it would be cool if you knew that. But you know what I'm gonna do right now? And I'm sorry if this is kind of lame, but I'm gonna cut my stream, and because I want to go through my video right now and actually check that. Because like, I kind of want to know. You know what I mean? It's at the very least it's my PB, and it's a very good run, and it can be done so much better. Like there are several places where you can save time in that thing. You know, and that was not a perfect run at all. Yep, yeah, no problem. No problem. But I'm going to get going. I'm going to see if there's anyone I want to host. Oh, you know, I'm going to host RPG Limit Break because they're having some pretty cool RPG speedrun stuffs going on. So they're an ideal person to host. And then I'm going to cut stream and I'm going to go through my video because I got to see if that's the record or not. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with me today. Hope everyone had an awesome day. Hope everyone is doing good. And I'm going to send you over to RPG Limit Break. I'm not sure what they're doing right now, but it's going to be something awesome. And take care.